for recruits that you got from out of the area, were there any, was it hard, was it easy to, convince them to come up here to Northern and to the Marquette area?
I would say the hardest thing about recruiting to Marquette, to Northern Michigan, is just getting them in a car, getting them here, right? And some of these guys, kind of some of those outlier guys, they had to get on plane flights. And so I think that just speaks well to what we have going here. Guys get online, we talk about, what we really are all about and what the vision is. And I think guys see that and they want to be a part of something where there's a direction and we're going places. And so, I think it's very easy to look back at the season and maybe the lack of success that, we obviously did not experience from a wins and losses category. And it would be really easy for guys to kind of just not be interested to come here. And yet I think we've got a town and a community to sell. We've got a great campus to sell. And then I think our program, we've got a lot of history and tradition of success. And I think we've also got a vision for where we want to go and how we want it to look. And so if we can get people in a car or on a plane and get here, boy, it takes care of itself. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of beautiful things, there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of things that are vibrant and active, and I think they see that, and I think these guys, no matter where they're from, rural, urban, city, out of state, you name it, I think they can fit in Marquette and find that it's going to be a great place for them to have a 4 or 5 year great experience.
Right, and so what are some of these key characteristics that you look for in these recruits and you're like, yeah, you're the one that I want up here?
Right. Well, I think first of all, it's easy to look at a 3-minute highlight tape and say, oh, you're a good player, and I think a lot of people can see that. And yet I think the hard things are done when you go into conversations with them and when you meet them in person, and you have to be attracted to each other, right? I mean, it's a relationship, and so you have to really feel that they're going to be attracted to you for the right reasons. And I think sometimes in the recruiting process, especially at the scholarship level, it's all about the money or maybe the wow factor and stuff like that. And we just try to be as genuine as we can and make sure that we're extremely honest, extremely thorough, extremely intentional, and just making sure that they're going to reciprocate that. And I think once you go through in-person interaction, you get them on campus, spend a weekend with them, you're constantly communicating through phone calls, FaceTimes, text messages, you can get an idea of what that looks like with them. And you want guys that are going to really understand Marquette and fit into this environment and feel comfortable with that. And you want people to be well-rounded too. They've got to be good students and just good people at heart, and people that we can trust, people that we want to work with, and people that are going to represent us in a first-class manner wherever we go.
Right, and so finally, Shane, I know you're probably itching to get onto the field and work with these guys. What are some of your expectations for your year 2 at NMU?
Sure, I think being able to add this recruiting class is a big deal because we're going to have quality depth that we're going to add to the mix. I think one of the things we lacked last year was having players that could compete against each other and push each other and really make each other better on a week-to-week basis as we prepared. This year, these 43 incoming freshmen, I think, will really have a big role in that. I think they're also going to have a role to step in and compete right away, and so I think we'll end up and play a lot of them too. And so, ideally that leads to better talented guys being on the field for us as well. I think it's going to push our guys that are already in the program to have to step up a little bit and play at a higher level than what they have. And so I think just from addressing the personnel, I expect there to be a better product just from a talent and ability and the guys that we have playing for us and what that's going to look like. I think also you go into just the belief and the buy-in and the commitment, and I think it's going to be better. You know, there's more time that we've spent as a team together, as a coaching staff with players. We've been able to build that trust. We've been able to interact a lot more. We've been able to really go through difficult times and kind of like really sand off some of those edges. And I think it's good for just what we're doing moving forward, so that we can function in a more freely and confident manner. And so I think that's going to really help as well. And so, you know, obviously we expect there to be better results on the field. You know, you want to win games, and everybody wants to win. And you know, I think I'm also keeping a very grounded and humble and realistic perspective of, hey, we're still going to be young. We're still going to be learning and growing, and you know, success isn't going to just happen overnight either. You know, my expectation is that we're going to hold people to high standards and make sure that they understand that we want to win and we want to compete at the highest level. And we've also got to be patient, we've got to trust the process, and we've got to really make sure that we do things the right way as well going into this next year. And so I'm really excited. I think this class of 24 is going to build a great foundation for who we are going to be in the future, and just really excited to move forward with them.
We're excited for you, and we're excited to see what this upcoming season has in store. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks so much, Becca.
Yeah, and we'll be right back with more Local 3 news after the break.